Just wanted to do a quick video on the functional workout plan for the January fitness training, just so everybody knows what's going on and so I can kind of explain it. It's a little confusing seeing it on paper. So basically this is a high intensity interval training, kind of a modified version, which is perfect for what we do as firefighters. I think we have 13 different exercises within that plan, and as you can see from looking at it, so you have beginner to intermediate to kind of an advanced level. So with these exercises, you basically pick a number of exercises ranging from 3 all the way up to 10, could be all 13 of them if you're feeling up to it. And you do them in cycles. So you'll do one, you'll knock it out, you'll walk over to the next one. As you're walking, you're resting, it's kind of active rest, and then you're picking up the weights or picking up the sledge and doing your next thing. And then once you complete a round or a cycle of that, you go back through and you do it again 3 to 5 times. So that's the idea. And like I said, you can start out with maybe 3 to 5 of those different exercises. Or if you're already, in super good shape, start out with maybe 7 to 10 of those and go through and do 3 or 4 or 5 cycles. You can do this with or without gear on for more or less resistance. You can use it as a bottle drill also, and see how much air you're using and consuming. Just make sure, when you measure yourself the next time, that you're doing the same workouts and the same number of repetitions. So you'll want to write down your times, make sure you have all the air in your bottle when you start, and keep those controlled variables the same. So I'm just going to go through each one of them. I think that, like I said, there's 13 different exercises on there. Go through and kind of show you the form or the way to do them, just to make sure everybody's on the same level and we know what's going on. We'll start out with the plank. A couple different ways to do the plank. You can do it from your elbows or from like a push-up position and just holding it there. You can also do side planks. So I'll show you how to do these with the elbows. You just want to get your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Have a nice flat back, okay? Don't bring your butt way up in the air. Don't cave in, okay? You want to keep everything in line. And then for the push-up position, it's just like this. I think we have on there, hold it for 30 seconds, all right? So with the side planks, you're just doing the same thing, putting your legs out here to the side. You can stack your feet, or you can kind of spread them out, wider base, to have better stability. And just come up on your elbow there, keep everything nice and centered and in line. Or come up on your hand for a little added resistance. Sorry if I'm out of breath, I just finished my workout. So, push-up. There's tons of different ways to do a push-up. You guys do whatever you feel necessary, whatever suits you, okay? You can do, obviously, the normal push-up position, a little bit wider than shoulder width here, and just bang them out that way. You can come out wider, work a little bit more your chest. Obviously, the more narrow you come in, working more your triceps, okay? All the way down to like a diamond push-up. You can do one-handed push-ups, clapping push-ups, whatever you feel is necessary to help get you that pump. Just make sure, same concept with the plank, make sure you have nice flat back, you're not bringing your butt way up in the air. Let's see, if you find yourself tiring out, you can't get the reps that you want, drop to your knees and do them that way and finish out your reps that way for a little less resistance. I'll move on to the squat. So with the squat, let me start out with what not to do. So a lot of people say, are you here, go down as far as you can, that way you're getting a full squat, or get your legs past a 90-degree angle, so you're getting a full squat. Not necessarily true. If you're flexible, especially in the hips, then you may be able to do that. But for people like me who have very inflexible hips, that's not necessarily true. So the important things to remember with a squat is obviously nice flat back, don't arch your back, okay? As you're going down, if you feel your butt start to tuck under or your hips start to kind of roll, you've gone too far. So go just above that point to where you feel your butt tuck under. Another important factor with the squat is to not cave in your knees or obviously bring them out, okay? It's very bad for your knees. So keep your hips and your knees and your toes all in line. You'll start out maybe shoulder width or a little bit wider. I like to go wider since my hips aren't very flexible. And come down. And as you're coming down, these are all staying in line, back staying nice and flat, okay? And I can get to about right here before I feel my butt start to tuck under, okay? So that's an air squat, just like that. So that's the squat. Next, dumbbell press. So there's a traditional dumbbell press, just doing it out to the side like this, okay? That's kind of hard on my shoulders, so I like to bring it in right here. From this rack position, you're just coming straight up, straight back down to this racked position, okay? So just like this to here. Like I said, that's a little easier on my shoulders. If you guys want to do them out here, that's fine. Just choose your weight wisely so you're not tearing up your shoulders. Pike pull thrust. So you can take either barbell or the easy bar like I have here, put some weight on it, make sure the clamps are holding that weight on, okay? You don't want to lose your weight. And you're just doing like you are in the CPAT, you know, thrusting up and down, okay? But yeah, really important, make sure you have good clips if you're gonna put weight on it. So next on the list, farmer's carry. So you just pick a moderate to heavy weight and you're just holding it down to your sides. Basically, I think we have on there like walk the length of the bay. So you're holding it, you're walking, keep your core stabilized, okay? Don't be leaning over to one side or the other. Try to stay nice and upright, keep your shoulders back. Don't roll your shoulders forward, that's bad for your shoulders and your back. So, tire flip. So, obviously, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're bending over and flipping a tire, right? So you're gonna incorporate a lot of the things we talked about with the squat. When you're bending over to pick up that tire, right? Keeping hips, knees, and your toes in line, okay? Nice flat back, don't arch your back. You're gonna hurt your back if you do that, okay? Bend over, pick up the tire, one hand, two, whatever you want. Flip it over, just like you're squatting, okay? Make sure you don't cave your knees in or bring them out. Sledge swings. So, a couple different ways we can do these. You can stand beside the tire and just come overhead, okay? Make sure to switch hands, all right? So you're not getting more buff on one side as opposed to the other. Or you can stand on top of the tire and then swing down this way, okay? Same concept though, as you're swinging down as the squat, same concept as the squat. You're gonna make sure as you're bending down, coming through with that hammer, that your back stays nice and flat and that your knees stay in line with your hips and toes, okay? What's next? Stairs with the hotel pack. All right, so basically all you're doing, you're putting the hose over one shoulder and walking up the stairs. That's it, as simple as can be. Something to remember though with that, when you have that weight on one side, obviously you're focusing on core stability, okay? Don't let it bring you over so far that you're gonna hurt your back, okay? Stay nice and upright with that as you're going up and down the stairs. Maybe switch sides so you're not working one side over the other. After that we have lunges. All right, so with the lunge, kind of the same thing with the squat, okay? You wanna keep your knees in line with your hips and your toes, all right? As you're coming down with the squat, you come down like this, make sure your knee doesn't cave in, this knee as well, doesn't cave in like that or out, okay? Keep everything nice and in line, nice flat back, once again, like the squat, okay? You can do these standing, right here, or you can just walk right along as you're doing them. Either way is up to you. Also, if you want a little added resistance, hold the dumbbells to your side and do them that way. Just make sure you pick a weight that you can do and still keep proper form. If you're caving in your knees or rounding your back, obviously not good. It's going to be detrimental to you. Next on the list is a dummy bag. So the dummy that we have is kind of heavy. You want to make sure, you know, you're gonna, like I said, with the squat, same concepts. Squat down, pick it up. Easiest thing to do with a dummy is what everybody teaches, is standing straight up, okay? Getting as much of that dummy as you can off the ground. All right, leaning back into it a little bit, and then you're just dragging, just walking with it. Yeah, same thing, don't lift with your back, okay? Lift with your legs, and keep those legs nice and in line. Keep your back flat. Kaiser sled, kind of, it's the same concept as the sled swings, you know? As you're coming down, be sure to bend your knees, keep them in line with your hips and toes, and keep your back flat, okay? Hey, last on the list is a hose drag. So you take about 50 feet of rescue rope or life safety rope, whatever you have, tie it to about 30 to 50 pounds of weight. A dumbbell works great. Tie one end to the rope, and then you get on the other end of that rope, put it over your shoulder, just like in the CPAP, okay? You're walking with this rope, dragging the weight behind you for about 50 feet, okay? Once you get there, turn around, go down to one knee, okay? Don't arch your back over, nice and flat, and then it's hand over hand until that weight gets to you, okay? And then I think that's it. So, all right, hope you guys enjoy. Go out there and get it.